Good morning, esteemed guests. In a moment, the UCLA School of Nursing Dean's Party and honor guests will enter, followed by the graduating class of 2024. Before we begin, it is important that we share some common rules of conduct so everyone can enjoy today's procession or celebration. First, we ask that you please silence your cell phones. Second, please keep the aisles clear throughout the program. Third, please remain in your seats while taking pictures. And finally, please identify the emergency exits to the side and the back of Royce Hall. Today's commencement is streaming live. The link is available on our website and on our social media platforms. And the ceremony will be archived if you wish to watch it later. Now, please stand and welcome our dean, who leads the procession, followed by our faculty, honored guests, and our graduating class of 2024.
Good morning. Good morning, esteemed guests, faculty, staff, and our 2024 graduates. I am Dr. Liz Izquierdo, Associate Dean for Student Affairs, and I will be your Master of Ceremony for today's commencement as we celebrate our graduates. Please remain standing, if able, for our national anthem being sung by Christina Perez.
Okay. Hello. Oh my God. Okay. All right. Hi. Okay. Sorry. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming? Ooh. Sorry. Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Christina, for that wonderful rendition. Now it's my honor to introduce the Dean of the UCLA School of Nursing, Dr. Lynn Zan. Dean Zan joined UCLA in August of 2021 as the 8th Dean of the School of Nursing, after serving as Dean and Chief Nursing Officer for the University of Memphis Lowenberg College of Nursing for 2 campuses between 2010 and 2021. Prior, she served as the founding dean at Massachusetts College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences in Boston as a chief academic officer for 3 campuses, including Boston, Worcester, Massachusetts, and Manchester, New Hampshire. Wow. Yeah, a lot. In 2001, Dean Zahn was selected as a fellow of the American Academy of Nursing. Since then, she has served on the Academy's expert panel on aging and global health, and on the Academy's Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee, and the Fellow Selection Committee. Please join me in welcoming Dean Zahn to the podium.
Wow, please be seated. Good morning, everyone. How wonderful to see you here. Let us together at this moment and today and celebrate UCLA 2024 and 220 nursing graduates. Wow. To all the nursing graduates, you made it. What amazing accomplishment and what incredible milestone in your life. You made it because of your determination. I know sometimes you cry, sometimes you feel sad, but you keep your passion and your desire for learning and resilience and your can-do attitudes. Your achievement also come from many people during your journey and have supported you. Let me first thank your families and friends for your time, for your patience. Maybe sometimes you say, how come you haven't graduated yet? And also your very tangible support. You must be very proud now, perhaps quite relieved you don't have to pay the tuition anymore. Now, families and friends of our graduates, would you please stand, be recognized? Family and friends, stand and be recognized. It's okay to make a noise because we want to thank you. Please be seated. Yeah, when the nursing graduates and celebrate, you make a lot of noise. That's wonderful. All the graduates, of course, you know, on your journey, our distinguished faculty bring their expertise, knowledge, and intellect to prepare you for becoming professional nurses, advanced nurse practitioners, and nurse scientists, and nurse educators. Of course, all the UCLA nursing graduates, you are the leaders. Now, I'm asking all the faculty, would you please stand and to be recognized? All the faculty. We thank you. Please be seated. Finally, I want to thank our amazing staff. They make today's event possible. But you also know, when you send an email, when you make a phone call, sometimes you're upset, but they have such a calming voice to comfort you, to share with you. We are here to support you. So every day, what they do, sometimes invisible, but make a tremendous difference. So all our staff, you are deeply appreciated. We thank you. Now, to you, all the graduates. Today, despite tremendous challenges we all face, despite the polarized and divisive world, you must anchor your professional responsibility and accountability to make the difference in the world by practicing compassion, competent, humane, and kindness to your patients, families, and communities. And you will join millions of and healthcare providers to transform our healthcare to be accessible, affordable, high quality, and equitable. When you begin your journey, go with knowledge you have, but always learning. Go with integrity for all that you do, and go with supporting one another. As you move forward, remember our nurse leaders who have paved the way So keep moving forward and onward. Today, we have a remarkable leader to be our 2024 Commencement Distinguished Speaker, the President of UCLA Health, the CEO of the UCLA Hospital System, and the Associate Vice Chancellor for the UCLA Health Sciences, and Janice Spitzel. Janice is a nationally recognized academic healthcare leader with 40 years experience in healthcare. As the president of UCLA Health, she oversees all the aspects of UCLA hospitals and clinics and faculty practice groups. I bet some of you, after you visit UCLA Health, you immediately get a survey and signed by the Janice, say how your experience. So also she integrated in terms of the healthcare community partnerships to improve equitable access to the healthcare and the community engagement across Southern California communities. Before coming to the UCLA, Janice spent 22 years at the University of Washington Medicine in Seattle, Washington, where she was promoted from Chief Nursing Officer to the Chief Operating Officer to the Chief Healthcare Officer and the Vice President of Medical Affairs for the University of Washington, responsible for 2 academic medical centers and 2 community hospitals, the network of community clinics, and the Airlift Northwest flight program. She integrated the 2 community hospitals to the UW Medicine and developed the system-wide and trauma center. Prior to UW, Janice began her career as a critical care nurse in the medical surgical transplant intensive care unit at the University of Pittsburgh Medical Center. Then she directed the critical care, trauma care, burn care center, and the emergency services, and the life flight and the air medical program, UC Davis Medical Center. Janice has published numerous articles and book chapters on the healthcare leadership. She served on the several national boards, such as the American Association of Medical College, Council of Teaching Hospitals, and the Health System Administrative Board. Notably, Janice has received numerous awards and recognition through her career. Just give you a couple of examples. In 2019, she was named the Modern Healthcare Top 25 Most Influential Women Leader. In 2020, the Modern Healthcare Top 50 Clinical Leaders in the United States. Between 2020 to 2023, LA Business Journal, 500 Most Influential Leaders in LA. In 2023, named the CEO of the Year by the LA Business Journal, including Modern Healthcare 2023 list of the 50 most influential clinical executives. She was also awarded in 2023 for the Vision and Healthcare in Healthcare Leadership Award by the Partners in Care Foundation, among many, many recognitions. I came here 2021, and after getting to know Janice, she is an incredible, remarkable leader who leads with passion, purpose, perseverance, and moral courage. Her humility and kindness and speak everything about this amazing nurse, woman, and healthcare leaders. Now, Please join me in welcoming President of UCLA Health System, Janice Spitzel.
Thank you. Wow. Good morning, everyone, and a warm welcome and congratulations to the class of 2024, all 220 of you. What an amazing accomplishment, graduating from the #1 public university, UCLA, with one of the best nursing schools in the country. Today, upon graduation, you've already accomplished so much, but what is most exciting is where you will go from here. I'd like to welcome all the families and friends who are with us today. Your continued support helped your graduate reach today's milestones, and I know they appreciate all that you have done. We also know there are loved ones and friends who could not attend in person, but are sending their love and support from afar. I want to just take a moment to express my thanks and appreciation to the UCLA Dean of the School of Nursing, Dr. Lynn Zahn. Lynn's outstanding leadership and innovation for the school has forged a new dimension in our partnership with the UCLA health system. And the incredible faculty, clinical instructors, and staff that she brings together to impart their wisdom and mentorship to all of you in today's graduation. Your commitment, faculty and staff, to the success of these students has made all the difference, and for that, we thank all of you. And when you were all walking in, I could see the camaraderie that you all have for each other as classmates, and the work that you do as classmates and colleagues, supporting each other through this journey and establishing many friendships will carry you through your career. As someone who began their career as a nurse, I also want to thank you all for choosing nursing as a profession. For some of you, today marks the beginning of your nursing career. For others, it's the continuation of your nursing education with pursuing and obtaining advanced degrees. You have chosen a profession dedicated to inspiring passion, purpose, and perseverance. My foundation as a nurse has guided me throughout my career, beginning as a nurse and onward through my roles in nursing management, then healthcare system management, and eventually as a CEO. And for that, I am very appreciative, and today I'm honored to be asked to provide this commencement address. UCLA has a long history of educating nurses to be extraordinary leaders in their field, and most importantly, to demonstrate care, compassion, and kindness to patients and families in some of their most vulnerable times. At UCLA Health, our vision is to heal humankind, one patient at a time, by improving health, alleviating suffering, and delivering acts of kindness. Our nurses, nursing leaders, and nursing educators are leading our path to success in realizing our vision and the high patient satisfaction that this translates to. Patients expect us to have the knowledge, skills, and abilities to provide expert care when they come to us. They know we're UCLA, they expect the best. But it's actually those acts of compassion and kindness that they remember and what contributes to their confidence in their healthcare team and their sense of well-being. I know that equipped with your UCLA education and your own unique experiences, you have the potential to fulfill these elements of what makes a great nurse through the lens of the patient and family. A nurse who places that patient experience first in delivering care and respecting the unique and diverse needs of each patient. Many of you will also find yourself serving in a variety of roles beyond patient care and advocacy, including as educators, administrators, researchers and leaders throughout organizations and communities, and using your knowledge to tackle some of our most challenging issues in access to healthcare and healthcare disparities. What an exciting time for us to be in healthcare with the explosion of innovation, artificial intelligence, and biomedical research advances that are bringing forward new treatments and cures for some of the most challenging health issues. As nurses, you are in a unique position to identify innovative opportunities that can transform care for our community. At the UCLA Health System, nurses are leading the way in our innovation, research, and biodesign programs. This is what makes the profession so exciting and impactful. Recently, 10 UCLA Health nurses were among 40 Los Angeles area nurses honored by the Sims-Mann Family Foundation to recognize their outstanding, innovative, and humanistic care provided in a variety of settings. The selection criteria were focused on nurses with a bias towards action, a capacity for self-direction, originality, and creative instincts, courageous and bold thinking, and the potential to achieve even more. I was so proud to see the efforts of our nurses recognized for their work and how they are truly making a difference. Growing up in my childhood, I often heard stories of the impact nurses have on patients and their families. My mother, who was a teacher and a principal in a public school, had 3 sisters who were nurses, and I was always captivated by my aunts in hearing the stories about the work that they were doing every day and seeing the joy that the profession brought them from helping others. This is what inspired me and my sister to choose nursing as a career. Nursing has provided an extraordinary career path for me. I began my career as a new graduate RN in the ICU at the University of Pittsburgh Presbyterian Medical Center, caring for the most critical patients and introducing brand new therapies at the time, like solid organ transplantation with liver transplantation. It was a time of a nursing shortage and new graduates could get hired into intensive care. The secret of my success in that setting was very strong nursing leaders and mentors that guided us as new graduates through a very intense and critical care setting. The teamwork that I learned in that environment was essential to getting through the shift and also getting through many other challenging times in my career. From there, I had the opportunity to move to California to pursue a master's degree, and I worked at the University of California Davis Medical Center for 12 years, progressing from charge nurse in the surgical ICU, finally to associate director for critical care nursing, trauma, burn, and surgical services. I was then recruited to the University of Washington, Harborview Medical Center, and spent 22 years in the University of Washington Health System, moving from chief nursing officer to eventually chief health system officer, before being recruited here in 2016 to UCLA as the first woman to serve as the president of UCLA Health and the CEO of the UCLA Hospital and Clinic System. My nursing colleagues welcomed me with warm arms and appreciation, and it's been a wonderful experience working in the UCLA Health System. And while I have not practiced as a clinical nurse for many years, my previous nursing experience is really what shaped my entire focus as a healthcare leader on the importance of the patient experience and the teamwork that is required by an interdisciplinary team of professionals and support staff who make the experience the best for the patients and the families that we serve. To me, the nurse has always been the leader of that team. Nurses are with patients around the clock, serving as the key communicator to the teams and assuring that everyone is delivering on the plan of care for their patient. In hospitals and clinics, Patient care is our business. That's our product. And as a nurse, I always felt that I knew firsthand what was needed to provide the best patient care. Nursing often requires you to coordinate the patient's care with other healthcare professionals and support staff. Understanding those duties and needs of these team members that include physicians, therapists, social workers, environmental services, and support departments is really what has to come together for success. That frontline level of knowledge served as a lens for me as I rose through the administrative and leadership ranks. I felt I could best advocate for what resources we needed at the bedside, what policies and procedures, what equipment and what levels of support we needed to deliver on that excellent patient care experience. So leadership as a nurse will be a key part of every role that you have, from a bedside nurse to the boardroom. It's, excuse me, it's not surprising that in an annual Gallup poll, Americans continue to name nursing as one of the most trusted professions. This is a testament to the expertise and humanity that nurses demonstrate in every interaction with patients, families, peers, and colleagues. Nursing shortages have plagued the healthcare system for decades, and skilled nurses, like all of you, will remain in high demand. Employment of registered nurses is projected to grow 6% a year from 2022 to 2032, faster than the average for all other professions. Now, just 4 years ago, when many of you began your studies, we were in the midst of a major pandemic. And while many of us have worked through previous endemics in healthcare like Ebola, the HIV/AIDS virus, severe acute respiratory syndrome, otherwise known as SARS, confronting the rapid emergence of the COVID-19 virus in 2020 and seeing our healthcare system being pushed to the limits locally, nationally, and internationally was unprecedented. Yet, despite one of the most challenging times in our industry, we innovated and evolved to rapidly bring forward testing, treatments, and vaccines. The amount of nursing innovation and resilience that we were seeing on a daily basis in our health system was truly remarkable. Nurses led the way in designing and inventing better ways to utilize personal protective equipment, how to better treat patients with severe COVID-19 symptoms, and to make progress in reducing mortality and morbidity. They also learned how to reach out to our underserved communities and improve testing and reduce vaccine hesitation. What a taxing yet inspiring time in healthcare. We also learned that we must do better in caring for our caregivers. Nurses use their voices to provide valuable feedback to us on their needs and identified wellness interventions that build sustainability, mindfulness, and restoration of resilience for nurses and other healthcare team members. All these things together enabled our nation's healthcare system to manage the pandemic, serve record numbers of patients, and improve the health of our communities. We learned so much by going through this together as a health system and a country, while strengthening our linkages with public health experts in our communities, and emerged now better than ever prepared for any future pandemics. So as you continue your career, part of your commitment to being a nurse will be to continue to learn new skills and sharpen existing ones. Your knowledge, along with your interpersonal communication skills and your emotional intelligence, will be key to making a great impact on patients' health and patients' experience. Throughout your career, you will have the opportunity to learn and be mentored by many nurse experts and leaders. As you develop your knowledge, it's an opportunity for you to share your expertise and mentor others and train that next generation of nurses. The importance and value of mentorship in nursing is paramount to the future of our profession. Throughout my career, I have benefited firsthand from the mentorship and dedication of outstanding nurses and nurse leaders. I make it a part of my work to spend time dedicated to mentoring new leaders and helping them navigate the healthcare system. So for all of you, as you go out to the next steps in your career, approach those with the same passion, purpose, and perseverance that you use to get through the #1 public university in the country. And go Bruins. Thank you.
Thank you, Jonice, for that inspiring speech. And on behalf of the School of Nursing, we would like to present you this gift.
Thank you all so much. Thank you.
Now, I would like to introduce our Associate Dean for Academic Affairs, Dr. Barbara Bates Jensen, who will introduce our academic programs.
We will now begin the introduction of our nursing programs. So the School of Nursing has 2 pre-licensure programs, a Bachelor of Science program and a Master's Entry Clinical Nurse program, or MECN program. These programs prepare graduates to become bedside registered nurses. We have a Master of Science in Nursing program that prepares advanced practice registered nurses or nurse practitioners. And we have 2 doctoral programs, a clinical doctorate, our Doctor in Nursing Practice or DNP program, and our research doctorate, our PhD or philosophy degree program. I'm also pleased to share with you that in 2025, we will launch a post-bachelor's to DNP program. This creates a seamless educational pathway for nurses to pursue a terminal degree in clinical practice. So we're very excited about that. Now, each program director or designee will introduce their degree program. 1 student from each program was selected to speak on behalf of their graduating class, providing their perspective on their education and their future. Following each speech, we will present the candidates from the program. We will begin with our doctoral programs, followed by our Master of Science degrees, which include our Advanced Practice Registered Nurse students, or APRN students, and our Master's Clinical Entry Nurse students, or our MECN students. And finally, but not last or least, our Bachelor of Science students. It is now my pleasure to invite Dr. Mary Sue Heilman to present the doctoral PhD program and the student speaker. Dr. Mary Sue Heilman will join Dr. Robbins in presenting of degree candidates.
Thank you, Dr. Bates Jensen. Good morning, everyone. The PhD program provides the theoretical and scientific foundation for nurses who become nurse scientists, scholars, educators, as well as academic and scientific leaders with the focus on development of new knowledge to guide evidence-based nursing practice. To receive a PhD degree, students must complete rigorous academic courses and a guided original research study that they successfully defend as their PhD dissertation. A Doctor of Philosophy or PhD degree is the highest academic degree anyone can earn. Representing the PhD program as today's student speaker is Shanita Anderson.
Good morning. We made it here today. And when I say we, I do mean every single person listening to the sound of my voice. Not just to my colleagues who will grace this stage as a remembrance of a recently traveled academic journey, but also to our friends, families, and mentors who have stood in the gap in so many different ways and helped us to reach this very moment. 8 years ago, I had no clue about the road I was being ready to travel, the lives I would touch, or the lives that would touch mine. But there were already people set aside to make sure I was included. I was included. Perhaps on the way here, you slowed down a bit to make sure another car was included in your lane. Or perhaps while sitting at the edge of a row, you had to make adjustments to accommodate others into your row. My point is that any progress on the pathway of life we make as individuals is also constructed by those around us. How bumpy the road is, how thick the air is, or even how insecure I feel inside is impacted by everything I come in contact with. So I stand in agreement with Nellie Barrero, a senior strategic advisor for global inclusion and diversity, who stated that diversity is a fact, but inclusion is a choice we make every day. We make a choice to listen, we make a choice to consider, and we make a choice to acknowledge what may not have been spawned from our own trains of thought. There were a series of choices that were made to lead us to this journey and keep us on this path to finish. There were particular people and interactions that have molded us for the next moment. And as we move through our experiences, trials, and tribulations while attempting to tackle our goals, it is imperative that we remember at the very moment when we want to look back or feel it's too hard to move forward, remember that you are needed. Your very presence can be the difference of inclusion. I'll leave you with a few words from Bob Marley, a man I admire for his deep heart and love for humanity. Live for yourself, and you will live in vain. Live for others, and you will live again. Thank you.
Thank you, Shanita, for that compelling and incredible speech. As I introduce the candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy PhD degree, will the chair or designated faculty or designee of each student's dissertation committee come forward for the hooding? Shanita Anderson. Oh, tobacco use, maintenance, and cessation among African American light smokers. Co-chairs, Dr. Janet Mentes and Dr. Mary Resk Hanna. B. Remy Ayasire. Stigmatization of mental illness among African immigrant nurses and its association with occupational burnout. Chair, Dr. Janet Mentes. Maral Bakir. Heart failure and COVID-19. Co-chairs, Dr. Holly Devon and Dr. Mary Resk Hanna.
Kirsten Indicil Buen. Chair Mary Sue Heileman. Dissertation, A Grounded Theory of Relational Fluency, Exploring Palliative Care Clinicians' Experiences of Complexity.
Tracy Ono, PhD Dissertation Award, Sinusoidal Obstruction Syndrome, Clinical Identifiers Among Pediatric Hematopoietic Stem Cell Transplant Patients. Chair, Dr. Dorothy Wiley.
Dave Stephen Farrow-Tan. Dissertation, Chair Mary Sue Heileman and Dr. John Lee, and Mary Sue Heileman will do the hooding. Title of the dissertation, The Relationship Between the Job Demands of Inpatient Registered Nurses, Burnout, and Intention to Leave During the COVID-19 Pandemic.
Good morning. It's great to see all of you here today. I am Dr. Nancy Jo Bush, Director of our Doctorate of Nursing Practice, or DNP program. This is the highest degree attainable in clinical nursing practice. A DNP is a doctorally prepared advanced practice nurse, such as a nurse practitioner, a clinical nurse specialist, a nurse midwife, nurse anesthetist, or nurse executive. As clinical nurse experts and leaders, DNPs translate evidence-based practice to improve health outcomes. Person-centered care, healthcare policy, leadership, and clinical scholarship are other hallmark contributions of the DNP prepared nurse. They translate research evidence at the patient or systems level to ensure patient safety, quality of life, ethical practice, and compassionate care. Today, representing the DNP program is student speaker Christina Crago.
Good morning. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty, and my fellow graduates, we stand here today on the cusp of receiving our nursing degrees. But I can't help but reflect on the incredible journey that we've been on since we embarked on this journey back in 2022. I think many of us can recall feeling imposter syndrome. I certainly did. We're a diverse group, representing a multitude of specialties coming from different backgrounds. We're a class of executive directors, business owners, policymakers, and authors. We're a group that specializes in preventative care, chronic care, acute care, anesthesia, psychiatry, oncology, cardiology, and pediatric hospice. And yet we sit here today united by one common goal: to advance our education and nursing practice, to make nursing more relational and less transactional. In the blink of an eye, we've gone from thinking that a 10-page paper is really long to thinking a 10-page paper is actually not so bad. We've learned about ethics, about policy, finance, technology, about augmented or artificial intelligence. We've learned how to navigate through a health system. We've learned how to write and how to express ourselves. We've learned the importance of bringing evidence to the table to justify a decision for a system change. We've learned about mentorship. And we've learned how nursing leaders have made an incredible impact on our nation's healthcare. But most of all, we've learned from each other. Perhaps the most valuable lesson we learned is the power of collaboration and camaraderie, of mentorship. We formed bonds that transcend these specialties. I'm proud to call each of you a colleague, a confidant, and a friend. Each of you has enriched my life. As we step out into the world as DNP graduates, let us carry the lessons we've learned, the friendships we've forged, and the unshakable belief in our abilities. Today we stand here stronger and more resilient than ever. And as we embark on the next chapter of our journey, let us not forget to laugh, to celebrate, and to always cherish the memories that we have created together at this institution. Congratulations, my fellow graduates. The world is waiting for us, and I have no doubt that you are ready to make your mark. Thank you.
Thank you, Christina, for that inspiring talk. I would like to now invite our graduates to come to the stage to receive their hooding. Our first candidate is Marche Arnold, Improving the Early Integration of Pediatric Palliative Care. Co-chairs Dr. Nancy Pike and Dr. Christy Westphal. We now have our speaker, Christina Crago, and she did her scholarly project. I know her scholarly project. She did her scholarly project on looking at IVC diameter and PNB monitoring using a POCUS device. Congratulations, Christina. Christina also won the award for Outstanding Scholarly Project. Monina Distor Castro, examining the impact of obesity-sensitive training on primary care staff and patient referral rates. Co-chairs Dr. Nancy Jo Bush and Dr. Jian Lee, and Dr. Teresa Brown is doing the hooding. Marilyn Douglas, mentoring the new-to-practice nurse practitioner. Co-chairs Dr. Nancy Blake and Dr. Eden Brower. Santino Luigi Estrara, improving operating room supply chain efficiency and cost reduction using data analytics. Co-chairs Dr. David Bailey and Dr. Paul Macy, and Paul Macy is doing the hoodie. Lonnie Preston Herring III. a culturally informed mentorship model for historically underrepresented APRN students. Co-chairs Dr. Teresa Brown and Dr. Jian Lee, and Dr. Teresa Brown is hooding. Mimi Heinho, improving the quality of burn care through wound education for urgent care providers. Chair, Dr. Wendy Robbins. Sarah Coe, suicide prevention education for Korean American nurses in Los Angeles. Chair, Dr. Paul Macy. Melody Mendahal, efficacy and feasibility of an app-based mindfulness on anxiety, depression, and quality of life in patients with metastatic lung cancer. Chair, Dr. Soo-Young Jung. Tracy Stockstill, evaluating the impact of trauma-informed care training for healthcare staff working in reproductive care. Chair, Dr. Y.T. Chen. Marielle Tavares, improving continuous glucose monitor adherence and diabetes empowerment in Latinx adults. Chair, Dr. Carol Pavlish, hooding Dr. Teresa Brown. Jacobet Wasunga Agak, implementing an enhanced continuum of care model for patients with diabetes and a history of COVID-19 infection. Chair, Dr. Holly Devon, and hooding Dr. Teresa Brown. I would like to invite Dr. Wendy Robbins to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Nancy Jo Bush. We have one PhD candidate who has earned their master's degree on the way to earning their PhD. It's my pleasure to introduce Marianne Gutierrez. The dean. I'd like to invite my colleague, Dr. Teresa Brown, to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Robbins. I am Dr. Teresa Brown, Director of the APRN program. Graduates of this master's program are practicing registered nurses who return to school to obtain the education and credentials required for advanced nursing practice, including the role of the nurse practitioner and of the clinical nurse specialist, with emphasis on a specialty population of interest. A few of our students have completed requirements for both nurse practitioner and clinical nurse specialist, and some of our nurse practitioner students completed additional work and clinical training in the area of occupational and environmental health. The advanced practice registered practice nursing role extends beyond the traditional role of the registered nurse to include diagnosis, assessment, and formulation of treatment plans, as well as management and leadership. Our faculty presenting our MSN APRN candidates will be Raymond Hummel, Dr. Elizabeth Thomas, Young Key Markham, and Dr. Christy Westphal. But first, it is my pleasure to introduce the class speaker for our APRN program, Kathleen Martinez.
Good morning, Bruins! And to our esteemed faculty, family, and friends, my name is CJ Martinez, and I am now a graduate of the UCLA Masters of Nursing program as an acute care nurse practitioner. I wanted to preface that my family had no idea I was speaking, so this is a huge surprise for them. And I'm awful at surprises, so this is a big deal for me too. Surprise! It is with honor that I stand here today on behalf of my graduating class. I feel an immense amount of pride looking into the crowd, knowing how hard every single one of you worked. A group of people I once referred to as classmates that have become my friends, because nothing brings you closer like the trauma bond you create going through grad school. For our guests in the audience, I'm sure you've seen your loved one go through every single emotion these last 2 years. Happy tears after passing comps, and probably sad tears on our harder days. A million thank yous are not enough to express the gratitude that we all share for the patience and support we received from you all. This, as you know, was a very demanding program. It required 2 to 3 days of in-person clinical, 1 to 2 days of class, while many worked part or full-time, with some even being parents. But the road to become an APRN did not just start here. To become an advanced practice registered nurse, you must be an RN prior, and I'm sure the BSN and MECN students can attest to the challenge RN school is in and of itself. But now, after almost 1,000 clinical hours, weekly presentations, group projects, 20-page papers, a random 8-hour skills day on a Saturday, e-logs, e-journals, e-notes, comps, we're finally done. I'm truly in such awe at the dedication and sacrifice you all showed, but I'm not surprised because this is what you do every single day as a nurse. One common discussion we've had over time was how to introduce ourselves as an APRN to our community and our patients. Saying APRN, nurse practitioner, or clinical nurse specialist came with a lot of questions. What does that mean? What do you do? Are you a nurse? Are you a doctor? Something in between? But simply put, we are providers, we are leaders, we are educators, and yes, we are nurses. We are at your bedside for 12 hours, day in and day out, advocating for you as your nurses. Now, we can continue advocating for you as your providers. You can find an APRN in an urgent care, in the hospital, in the community, and in private practices. And according to the American Association of Nurse Practitioners, the average time it takes to see a physician is 26 days. In the hospital, there's a shortage of doctors, leading patients to have delayed care and poor outcomes. APRNs are helping close that gap. In 2023, over 870 million visits were made to a nurse practitioner. Imagine where many of the patients would be without the support of APRNs. 870 million. That is the impact that every APRN in this room is making, and the impact that we now can continue to make. But despite helping close that gap, our work is far from done. I encourage you all to continue to pursue opportunities, education, and continue showing the world what a UCLA-educated APRN has to offer. Now, before I end this, I want to say my thanks to my fiance, Kevin, our baby, Mocha, who wasn't allowed to come today, my family up there, Christina Crago, not only for being such a great mentor, but giving me your extra tickets so that my family can be here. My original and still grad school best friends, Dorothy, William Zuko, Ben, Christina, and especially my dad, This is all for you. To my classmates and now friends and our esteemed faculty, thank you for your dedication, friendship, and support the last 2 years. I'm honored to know you all and can't wait to see how you change the face of healthcare. Thank you again and congratulations.
Thank you, CJ, for that inspiring speech. And you guys know you loved that Saturday lab. I don't want to hear about it. I am Ray Hummel. I'm the program coordinator and lecturer in the Adult Gero Acute Care APRN program here at UCLA. It is my honor to present to you the Advanced Practice Nursing Master's candidates. I will begin with the Adult Gerontology Acute Care Clinical Nurse Specialist. Jose Llanes. Araceli Orozco. Grace Anji Bay. Brittany Bohan. Jennifer Batros. Danielle Bund. Yuan Sheng. Charlotte Cobb. Hannah Doherty. Alyssa Farrell. Jillian Higa. Samantha Johnson. Lolita Kazarians. Bilal Khan. Lindsay Ronan. Anna Kudaverdian. Gina Kim. Jenny Larcher. Oops. Christina Lee. Mandy Lynn. Sophia Lugo. Dorothy Margliano. Awesome speech. Awesome. and our APRN speaker, CJ Martinez. Sydney Murphy. Chinese Oguano. Isabel Oka. Christopher Perez. Jennifer Peterson. Isabella Ryder. William Saba. Haesun So. Sarah Shin Yuan. Pauline Ann Smith. Oh. You improvised, I like it. Ada Brenda Tapia. Pamela Tubillo. And now I will introduce the dual adult gerontology acute care clinical nurse specialist and nurse practitioner, Gabriella Dunn. Megan Sonstang. I would now like to introduce my colleague, Dr. Elizabeth Thomas.
Thank you, Ray. My name is Dr. Thomas. I'm the Assistant Director of the APRN program, and it is my pleasure to introduce our family nurse practitioner graduates. Elaine Ahn. Brian Aldape. Rosie Arevian. Elizabeth Arnold. Kelly Castellanos. Marty Lent Fione Diaz. Nicole Engstrom. Yasmin Funes. Sorry. Delilah Garcia Kearney. Cecilia Marie Gallagher. Shireen Heba. Catherine Kajulis. Jennifer Bott Frazier. Is the G silent? Kristen Jelmhoff. Franklin Ibawairo. Annie Kiang, who also has the specialty of occupational and environmental health. Jaeyoon Jenny Kim. Hyunji Lee. Rachel Lee. Natalie Lozano. Constanza Munoz Catengo, sorry. Brianna Neal. Cecilia Pimentel. Maritza Rivera. Christina Schultz. Christopher Velez. Jessica Ann Villanueva. Karen Wu. Running Zhu. Nayaz Yadigar. It is my pleasure now to welcome one of our faculty, Young Hee Markham.
Thank you, Dr. Thomas. I am very honored to introduce you, adult gerontology nurse practitioner in primary care and occupational health and environmental health. Joe Mino. Ko Uri. Now, I am privileged to introduce you, my colleague, Dr. Christy Westfall, who will be presenting you candidates from pediatric specialties.
All right, pediatric acute care nurse practitioner, Benjamin Fan. And now we're on to our dual students, pediatric primary and acute care nurse practitioner, Jessica Ortiz Ayala. Timothy Bang. Brianna Connell. Sandy Honig. Mariah Moffis. Maria Victoria Pena. And now our pediatric primary care nurse practitioner candidates, Leonardo Lenny Catalan. And Rebecca Becky Stoll. I would like to now ask my colleague, Dr. Emma Kowenka, Director of our Pre-Licensure Programs, to the podium to introduce the candidates from the Master's Entry Clinical Nurse Program.
Thank you, Dr. Westphal. I am Dr. Emma Kowenka, the Director for the Pre-Licensure Programs. Graduates of our Master's Entry Clinical Nurse Program come to nursing after completing a bachelor's degree in another discipline and bring diversity and life experience to their developing nursing practice. In addition to a master's degree and RN licensure, our MECAN graduates are eligible for Clinical Nurse Leader certification, reflecting their unique understanding of policy and systems issues that have an impact on patient outcomes, particularly in today's healthcare environment. Our next speaker, representing the Master's Entry Clinical Nurse cohort and chosen by their class, is Gary Soloff.
Thank you, class, for choosing me to speak on your behalf. We love you too. We've done it! It's surreal. The last time I was in this beautiful hall, I was 10 years old watching Bob Barker's Marionettes puppet show, and only a few people in this room would probably know what that is. But thank you. Dr. Zahn, Dr. Grimley, Dr. Kowenka, esteemed lecturers, faculty, the fantastic School of Nursing staff, friends, family, and guests. 632 days ago, 68 strangers arrived in the basement of the Factor building on the precipice of their nursing careers. Yes, the basement. The room was filled with exhilaration, anticipation, excitement, and level 10 anxiety, I can tell you. Many of us were giving up careers we thought would be our lifelong pursuit. A fashion designer, bartender, social workers, marketing managers, project managers, EMTs, lab techs, care partners, educators, recent grads, and many others chose to take a different path in life and give back to humanity and care for others as nurses. This common bond brought us together as a cohort. And sure, as groups go, we fractured into fiefdoms, but our common bond drew us together and supported each other because that's what nurses do. Our collective journey was filled with moments that tested and enhanced our resilience, from the loss of loved ones, beloved pets, caring for ill parents, to the welcoming of baby Bristol, and of course, the general stress of being in nursing school. We were there for each other to be lifted up. Whether it was words of encouragement, shared notes, review sessions in the library over Zoom, and of course, the many, many Quizlets Ryan and Kyle created, we did not make it to this day alone. I hope that the relationships we made here at UCLA stand the test of time and that we can continue to rely on each other throughout our careers. And of course, we could not have made it to this day without the compassion and encouragement of our many, many professors, Professor Demmin, Wilson, Totten, Kahn, Schulz, Nemi, Giesler, BBJ, Studer, Jackson, and the many, many others who were there to give us advice, answer many, 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 many questions, supporting us and being present and just cheering us on. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And the Meccan class of 2024 would also like to remember with deep appreciation Dr. Catherine Carpenter, who passed this April. We were her last cohort to have her for nutrition. She was an incredible lecturer, researcher, and supporter of nursing students, and she will be sorely missed. And now, as the eldest member of the class, with a bit of life experience under my belt, I have some words of wisdom, not just for the Meccan class, but probably for the BSNs too, and maybe some APRNs. 1, take care of yourself first. In time, you may become complacent or stagnant. Remember the energy of this day to center yourself and reinvigorate the passion within when things get rough. 2, when opportunity knocks, answer the door. You never know where it may lead you. It could take you on a journey that will forever change you and make you stronger. And 3, be curious. As nursing students, we have been taught that learning is continuous, expected, but go beyond that. Curiosity beyond what is expected will build skills you didn't even know you had. And lastly, invest in your 401k early. And don't touch it. Especially for those of you who this will be your first job, you will thank me when you are 54 and might be able to retire early. Now, class of 2024, my Meccan colleagues, go forth and do amazing things. My friends, I expect nothing less and can't wait to see where we go. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary, for that inspiring speech. It's now my honor, and I'm so happy to present to you the Master's Entry Clinical Nursing Meccan Master of Science in Nursing candidates. Mishka Alkari. Sydney Alvarado. Roxana Barba. Vashaka Bushkan. Markel Bishop. Shay Brown. Chelsea Cardenas. Cheyenne Cox. Christiana Craig. Jeanette Escobedo. Birgitta Fields. Sagan Gabrendrius. Hasman Gonzalez. Andrew Gruen. Kayla Hofste. Valea Johnson. Zachary Carmen. Mahak Kaur. Bella Kim. Lydia Kim. Sierra Kim. Meital Lahajani. Samantha Mann. Harleen Mann. Celine Manshuri. Karen Martinez. Vanessa Martinez Hernandez. Courtney Mayerick. Joseph Meza. Lani Mojica. Alana Montero. Osarama Olagbasali. Adeza Anoha. Beatrice Oriana. Melanie Ortiz. Narissa Ortiz. Erica Ozeki. Lindsay Palm. Anna Mae Parsons. Matthew Vargas Pena. Christiana Perez. Cynthia Perez. Jessica Thuntrak Pham. Lizette Pantaza. Kathy Fushang Kui. Danny Ramon. Jessica Brighton. Lauren Rodriguez. Lorna Sagastume. Kyle Anthony Sauter. Orion Soshani. Michael Smith. Kathy Stolp. Gary Soloff. Catherine Torr. Brian Troutman. Emily Vies. Dynasty Wild. Amari Williams. Teray Williams. Emily Wu. David Yesai Gonzalez. Amelia Zhao. Tiffany Zhao. I would like to invite Dr. Emma Cuenca back to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Bates-Jensen. Completing a rigorous science-based curriculum and a scholarly capstone project, graduates of our Bachelors of Science in Nursing are now ready to sit for RN licensure and will soon be providing direct nursing care to patients in settings ranging from community clinics to ICU. It is my pleasure to introduce our student speaker representing the BSN cohort, Taylor Cross Lemon.
Hi. Okay. To my esteemed BSN graduates, beloved family members, dedicated staff, and the inspiring individuals gathered here today. Reflecting on this milestone, I can't help but recall where our journey began all but 4 years ago. A group of individuals who once created a very chaotically disjointed Snapchat masterpiece music video to Britney Spears' Toxic, now standing here as the future of nursing. If somebody told me then that we'd be here today, I would have laughed, and in fact, I still do. We embarked on this journey in the year of the nurse, and so from the very beginning, we had very high expectations set for our class of what a nurse should be. Throughout our education, our wonderful professors have ingrained in us the core tenets of nursing: endless compassion, vocal advocacy, and an unwavering sense of loyalty and community to each other. I truly believe that we have taken those in stride. Our class is defined by their outspokenness, by our tight-knit camaraderie, and our profound empathy. From weekly Zoom calls before we ever even started any classes with strangers during a global pandemic, to running down to the health store for our 10-minute breaks to all get snacks, we forged an unbreakable bond. I'll never forget the first time that we bought our scrubs. It wasn't just putting on a uniform, it was embracing our calling. At the time, it felt like playing dress up, but with the profound realization that we were preparing to step into roles where we would make a difference in people's lives every single day. We began right there, changing each other's lives in Factor. We weren't just classmates, we became a family. We've shared countless memories together, like the senior sunrise, where even though it was way too cloudy to actually see the sunrise, the sense of community was still palpable. Thank you for waking up at 6 a.m. for that. And who could forget the early days of carpooling to clinicals, where many of us were still strangers. Some of the best conversations happened in those car rides. And again, I have to mention the Zoom calls over COVID, before classes ever started. We did this about, I would say, once a week from like May all the way until we started classes. I learned a lot about everybody then than I think we all did. Now, that's not to say that we haven't had our moments as a family. Sometimes family can accidentally break your laptops minutes before a final exam. I'm really sorry, Jess. Sometimes family can spill an entire liter of fake blood all over the lab and the mannequins and the floor. I'm so sorry, Professor Jackson, we did clean it up. Sometimes our nursing family could be singing karaoke on the 3rd floor with our program director. Other times still, our nursing family could be in the basement of Factor, observing our psych art projects, so soulfully moved by the incredibly special talents of our peers. I often reflect on that day, because to care and be cared for, to know and be known, this is the essence of our journey together. We had already grown familiar with each other in a classroom setting, but there's no better way of knowing someone than see their soul reflected through the vulnerability in art. I felt like I was meeting you all for the first time again. We'd been hearing about how we're the next generation of nurses for some time, but it wasn't until that day that I saw it so clearly illustrated in all of my peers. Today, as we graduate, let's carry forward the spirit of our class, the closeness, the outspokenness, and above all, the unwavering compassion. Let's be the change makers, advocates, and healers that our world needs. Congratulations to the BSN class of 2024. Our journey is just beginning, and I have no doubt that we will continue to make waves and leave a lasting impact wherever we go. Here's to us, your future nurses. Thank you.
Thank you, Taylor, for such an inspiring speech. It's now my pleasure to present to you the 2024 Bachelor of Science degree candidates. Kimberly Bauer. Vanshika Bhushan. Tatiana Bonnet. Jada Boykin. Jordan Ray Cabrera. John Robert Colonia. Joseph Chung. Jair Fabian Vasquez. Ashley Fang. Alexa Marie G. Gella. Kelly Ha. Caitlin Hernandez. Vivian Huang. Dana Hu. Emily Jacobo. Serafina Joseph. Sang Ming Kim. Brian Jun Pin Ko. Taylor Krause Limon. Jenna Law. Desiree Lee. Sophia Lucido. Veronica Macias. Samantha Jell Marasigan. Zena McLean. Anika Menon. Mia Meza. Edgar Giovanni Monterosso. Isabel Murillo de Leon. Cheryl Ocampo. Caitlin Ortega. Jessica Osuna. Kevin Pilcher. Nayeli Playas. Kate Grail. Jaslyn Romero Garcia. Juliana Sol Rosales. Lisa Seidel. Mary Shee. Nicolette Simoni. Kelly Singh. Annika Tamaki. Lauren Toe. Anna Tran. Madeline Turk. Scarlett Wang. Jaden Skylar Ward. Madison Wong. Carolina Sue. Clarice Wang. It is my pleasure to welcome back Dean Zahn to the podium.
Wow, this is amazing. Thank you, Dr. Bates Jensen. Now, It is my great pleasure to confer degrees of our graduates. You haven't got a degree yet, just wait. Will the candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy degree and the Doctor in Nursing Practice please rise? Will the chair of the dissertation committees please rise? Will the committee members of the dissertations please rise? Will all the faculty please rise? Do the members of faculty agree? Each of these Doctor of Philosophy candidates standing before you have met and fulfill all the requirements to be recognized to hold the highest academic degree in the world, the Doctor of Philosophy degree in Nursing Science and the Doctor of Nursing Practice. Please, faculty, signify your degree endorsement by saying a resounding yes. Yes. Then, by the power vested in me, by the Regent of University of California, I bestow upon you the Doctor of Philosophy degree and the Doctor of Nursing Practice degree and all the rights and the privilege. Congratulations, doctors, please be seated. When we have more and more nurses get doctors, so one of the person asking me, are the nurses doctors? I say, yes, you already outdated. That's what happened now. Okay, well, the candidates for the Master of Science and the Master of Science in Nursing degree, both Advanced Practice Nursing and Macon, please rise. Will the faculty please rise? By the powers vested in me by the Regent of University of California, I bestow upon you the Master of Science and the Master of Science in Nursing degree and all the rights and the privilege. Congratulations, master's graduates. Please be seated. So wonderful to hear and BSN graduates talking about came here 2020. You are really extremely resilient. So now, will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree please rise? Will the faculty please rise? It's okay to make a noise now. By the powers vested in me by the Regents of University of California, I bestow upon you the Bachelor of Science degree with all the rights and the privilege. In recognition of your college degree, Bachelor of Science in Nursing now, all the BSN graduates, please turn your tassel to the left. Now you all have the degree. Congratulations to all.
Dear graduates, at this milestone in your nursing career, you can affirm your commitment to quality care for those receiving your services by reading the International Pledge for Nurses. The pledge is printed in the back of the commencement program. I welcome Dr. Nalo Hamilton, our Associate Dean for Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion, to lead us in this pledge. Dr. Hamilton.
Graduates, Bruins, thank you for making this day possible. I'm excited to see all of you. As a biochemist and as a nurse practitioner, you know this pledge sinks deeply to my heart. Many times, for those of you who are already nurses, you've had to advocate for your patients. Those of you who are recent graduates, you will be doing the advocating. And in our role as faculty and as leadership, we've had to advocate for you. So at this time, I would like for my Bruin graduates to please stand. Would my nursing colleagues of UCLA School of Nursing please stand? And would all the nurses in the assembly at UCLA please stand? And if you would, nursing colleagues, please raise your right hand as we read our international pledge. In full knowledge of the obligations I am undertaking, I promise to care for the sick with all the skill and understanding I possess, without regard to race, creed, color, politics, or social status, sparing no effort to conserve life, to alleviate suffering, and to promote health. I will respect at all times the dignity and the religious beliefs of the patients under my care, holding in confidence all personal information entrusted to me, and refrain from any action which might endanger life or health. I will endeavor to keep my professional knowledge and skill at the highest level and to give loyal support and cooperation to all members of the health team. I will do my utmost to honor the International Code of Ethics applied to nursing and to uphold the integrity of the professional nurse. Congratulations. Nurses in the assembly, please take a seat.
Now, for one more UCLA commencement tradition. If there's one thing that Bruins, aspiring Bruins, and Bruin lovers know, it's the 8-clap. A UCLA event would not be complete without it. We would like to introduce Juliana Rosales and Kevin Pelcher, who graduated today with their Bachelors of Science, to lead us in the 8-clap.
Hello and good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming to this attendance. We're going to go ahead and introduce the 8-clap. For those of you that don't know it, please follow along. We're going to go ahead and do a quick walkthrough, and then we're going to do the real thing after, all right? So for things first, we're gonna start with our hands low, and we're gonna raise them up. We're gonna go, ah. Perfect. And then we're gonna clap 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then starting with the right, U. And then clap 3 times. C. LA. Now we go UCLA. Fight, fight, fight. All right. Do we feel all right? Everyone feeling good? All right. Now let's go ahead and do the real thing. All right. Nice, loud, and proud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. UCLA. Fight, fight, fight. Thank you, everyone.
That's all right. Thank you. Thank you, Juliana and Kevin. We're energized and excited. Graduates and now UCLA alumni, congratulations. You have worked so hard. We are all very proud of all that you have achieved. And thank you for letting us be part of your journey. And we look forward to all the good that you will do in the world. To your loved ones, families, friends, esteemed guests, faculty, staff, thank you for joining us today. There's a famous African proverb: if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go together, if you want to go far, go together. If able, we ask our faculty to exit in pairs after they proceed down the stage, and we ask our graduates to do the same. This small act serves as a symbolism of working together and team practice. Audience, please remain in your seats during the recessional. Faculty will exit first, followed by our graduates. Family and friends, please allow our faculty and students to exit. And now, congratulations, UCLA School of Nursing graduates. Now, let's celebrate.